Hey, this is Shiloh, and you're at Popularity.
How do you feel that the album has been received so far?
It's been, it's been like, been getting a lot of really good feedback. Like, it's kind of surprising. It's a nice feeling to know that, 2.5 years of working, like, recording the album, and it's finally out. And just this one little jewel case is, like, the beginning of so many different things.
Do you find that people may emphasize your age, and does that bother you at all?
I find, it doesn't really bother me at all, It's kind of just like, I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't really come across anything that's bothered me like that yet.
What would you say you're most proud of about the album?
Song-wise?
Anything.
I'd have to say, it's completely, I had indecision and stuff. It turned out exactly the way I wanted it to. All the lineup of the songs, they're all in the right order, all that kind of stuff. It's nice to know that it turned out the way I wanted it to.
What are you trying to open people's minds up to exactly?
The people don't have to be, closed-minded about who they are. They can just, be who they are, say what they feel. Because so many people hold back from doing what they want to. But I'm not talking about, like, breaking the law or anything. I'm just saying, like, so many people are trying to turn everybody into some kind of clone, nobody else.
What have you learned about yourself musically throughout the process for this album?
I've surprised myself a lot of what I'm capable of. I get stressed really easily, and I've learned to kind of just, sometimes I have my moments, but I learned to kind of just chill. Every once in a while, I'm just going to be like, okay, just let it go.
Is there anything specific that you do when you're stressed out to try to calm yourself down?
I just like to talk to friends, I like talking to friends, getting online, talking to the fans. It's kind of like reassuring myself that, this is what I've been working for, and everything's going to be fine. Because I always get paranoid, and I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? Before the album came out, I was just, like, crazy. I was running around like, I don't know what's going to happen. What if it bombs and it sucks or something like that? But it's doing great so far.
Did it get harder as the release date approached?
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of just like it didn't hit me until maybe like 4 days before the release date, but I was just like running around screaming about it, like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
How important is it to you that people realize the amount of writing that you did on the album?
It's really important to me. I want people to know that more than half the album comes straight from the heart of me. I love writing, and I don't think I'd ever be able to stop.
What would you say was the hardest part about making the album?
Probably waiting for it to come out. That would be the hardest part, like when it was all finished, mixed, mastered, all that kind of stuff. Just waiting for it to come out kind of, stressed me out a little bit. I was like, come on, just come out already, but now it's out and I'm fine.
Is there anything that you'd approach differently next time around?
No, I think it turned out the way I wanted it to turn out this time, and it'll turn out a different way next time,
What would you say is your biggest challenge right now?
I'd have to say the whole, like, going out by myself thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always, like, kind of, like, just not paranoid, but I always want to have somebody there that's always got a Sharpie on them or something. I just generally, it's just I'm not just that normal girl walking down the street anymore. But that's all right.
What do you attribute to your success so far? Why do you think you've achieved this success?
Being in the right place at the right time, that's for sure. I've worked hard to get where I am. I've been doing this since I was like 6 years old. Like, I haven't, like, a lot of people have worked a lot harder than I have and had more experience in the industry than I have. But I definitely have put in my share of work to get where I am, and I'll keep doing it.
Can you talk a bit about the highest high and the lowest low that you've gone through so far?
The highest high was opening my album, before it came out, just like opening up the plastic, looking at it, making sure everything was, spelled right and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think I've had a lowest low yet. But I always like when I was first starting out, like when I always wondered what was going to happen, how it was going to go. I think maybe a low in my own mind of being paranoid if it was going to work out or not.
Where do you hope this takes you, and what are some of your future goals?
I want to keep touring. I love touring. I like the bus life, and I like seeing the fans. So it's kind of like I want to keep doing that. I want to make more albums. I don't think I can stop this. Something weird really happened to me last night. Like my actual, I just couldn't hear anything for some reason in the middle of one of my songs. My real ears just kind of shut off. It's like I went deaf, and I got so scared and realized that I think if I couldn't hear music again in my life, I'd just curl up in a little ball and die. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'll try my best to make sure that I don't go deaf.
What's your favorite song to perform live, and does that differ from your favorite song that's on the album?
I'd have to say my favorite song performing live would be Better, and it's probably one of my favorites on the album, too.
Why is that?
It's about a really close friend of mine who was going through kind of like some troubles with his life, so I wrote a song about it, and it brought us to be closer friends. That's for sure. It's just like, and I kind of started writing more and more after that.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to the readers of Popularity?
For sure, definitely. Check me out at www.shillowofficial.com, and all my MySpace and my Twitter and Facebook and all that kind of stuff is linked on there. Just come send me a message and come see me on the last legs of this tour.